Welcome back, survivors. I'm the SurvivalVis, and we returned Jurassic Park Hunter Legends Special Edition. Last episode, we went to Hammond's Sanctuary, and we actually... Well, I shouldn't say we successfully did, because let's face it, I cheesed it or exploited it. And I was able to take down the Omega 09 boss that is on the map. It wasn't really a fair showing to, like, how the fight's probably supposed to go, or just, like, dealing with it as a threat. But it's just how circumstances lined up that it was kind of the best approach at the time. So I'm going to go back in another episode, try to fight it more properly, or more balanced, or evenly, and see if we can even take it down without, because I still don't know if it actually has a mortal zone like the other animals do, or if this one is just, you have to have so much damage pumped in before it goes down. Either way, though, we'll just spend another episode on Hammond's Sanctuary, try and go after Omega 09, try to see more of the map, and just spend this episode here before we move on to Site X, which is going to be a very interesting map with what awaits us there. But everything looks pretty well and good, so let's hop right in and get to this new hunt for Omega 09. Okay, we're dropped right in, and first thing we always do is pull out the SMG or the Uzi pistol. They're just the best self-defense weapons in the game. And... okay, this is actually going to be a bit curious, because we are on the opposite side of the river. So I have to go south in order to just find the bridge to get across. Okay, I'm thinking that's just the ankylosaur I'm hearing go. But yeah, so I have to go south towards the... I think that's just the Rex ambient playing. Well, yeah, I've got to work my way down along the river, and then that should bring me to the bridge so I can get across the mainland. But I don't know if Omega 09 actually only spawns in, like, one specific spot on the map, or it can spawn across multiple spot locations. Again, the only time I've hopped into the map was last episode, and we... good lord, that's a lot of stuff going on at once. We had basically just sheer luck in how things lined up to happen. My guess would probably be that the next time I encounter Omega 09 is going to end in him ripping us apart or swallowing us, because, like, I could probably unload all rounds in the Uzi, or the SMG here, and maybe even the Uzi pistol, and I still don't know if that'd be enough to actually take it down. It's one, I don't know if I got stupidly lucky with, like, that one shotgun hit that put it down, or it's just enough built up over time that we finally capped out what it could handle. But that's exactly what this episode's here to do. It's just to try to face him again, see if we can actually fight him on more even footing, and see if it's possible to down him. Well, down him legitimately. I should put it that way, because again, if you do manage to get onto the bridge, all you basically gotta do is try to lure him in, and you have like a safe zone to shoot down on him from. How much ammo it will take, and if you'll actually have enough to down him, I don't really know. We've still yet to decipher whether he does have a mortal zone, or it is just a big ol' health tank. But you won't be able to really exploit him in the water because of the lead sichthies there. Yeah, that Rex ambience, like, I know he's somewhere on the map. Again, it just kind of has you on edge hearing it. I'm hoping he won't be around the bridge on either end, because that will kind of defeat the purpose of this, won't it? Yeah, it really would. And then there's... See, one way I thought you might be able to fight him was, if he was slow swimming, you could use the bridge to run, run back and forth a bit to... Okay, just heard a... thought I heard a footstep. Is you could use the water and the bridge to delay him a little bit and then buy yourself some more time to get distance and unload into him. But he is fast swimming, so that strategy's a no-no. And because, again, the lead sichthies are out in the water, you don't exactly want to be out there. I mean, we almost had one come right up on us, and I wonder if actually it was on us because it picked me up on the bridge and had just been following the entire time. I'm not sure how that detection works. Because, like, as we were crossing the bridge, it made the sound effects like we were crossing water. So, I don't know if the game kind of registers that more so as you're on foot in the water. So that leads to these were picked up by that or not? But yeah, the bridge seems to be right now the only method kind of safe from him. There's nothing really mountain-wise I can think that's steep enough or high enough you can use to keep out of his range or keep him down below you. We're starting to come up to the area where we encountered him, so we'll have to see what's here. So far, it has been pretty quiet. No raptors, no Proceratosaurus, no Dilophosaurus. I don't know if selecting a wider variety in the trophy roster helps, like, oh, crap. Well, there he is. Oh. So actually, I guess you can just load enough shots into him that it will put him down. Huh. Well, we got another Omega 09. Now, I think I am actually going to stay out to explore more of the map, because again, last time I kind of just stuck around the waterway. There's the entire eastern half, or, wait, nope. South, east, west. I still screw up west and east. I apologize. I don't really understand why I do. I think it's because when...
Okay, boss.
I think for myself, it comes down to, like, how you read. Like, in English, you read left to right, up, down. So it's north, east, south, or north, east, west, south. Instead of, like, having the rotation of the clock face, almost. I think that's why I mess that up so often. But yeah, so apparently Omega 09, not as invulnerable as I thought. You just have to keep pumping enough ammo into him and get enough shots on and it might go down. And as long as you can line up the SMG and have enough distance, as we've shown, you can. Yeah, so we've been all through here. There's the generator with the giant AA batteries. Everything else here is still the same. I don't think there's anything we really missed on our last visit here. Viable embryos, handled with care. I don't think there's anything on this side that we kind of missed. There still does seem to be a little bit of graphic performance issues, but... Oh, well, one of the things is, though, if you lower the view distance down to default, that will also mean you have less time to deal with things coming in. So that's kind of something to also have to consider, too. Yeah, it's basically just, abandoned campsite in a way or something. So, we've been here, we've seen all this. Oh, I actually got quite the herd of ankylosaurs over here. Omega 09 actually probably had... Well, I think that's the reason why there's not a single other endemic dinosaur, is it's eaten the entire roster aside from, again, the trophy animals have to spawn on the map. Yeah, let's take... Oh, actually, we didn't investigate the boat at all. Not that I think there's going to be anything much to see here, but we can still take a little look at it. Yeah, and then we'll head across the... Oh. I was going to say we'll take a look, but... because of the water, I don't know if I want to. It's kind of hard to see out if there are elite Sichthies there or not. I guess this is as close as we'll get. Yes, you know what, we'll just work our way across the bridge. Get to the other half of the map that we haven't really seen much of, because it does look like there's a lot of almost like barren and empty land in the southwest. Like, you just see the big brown, like, rectangle almost. I don't know what would be out there. Looks like there might be a... And as you listen, it does sound like we're running on the water. So again, I don't know if that's, like, anything below thinks I'm swimming and is, like, circling around and on us. Well, there actually is a little bit of, like, bridge ambience, like you hear the wood creak or groan. Now, let's try to get across. Now, I don't know if multiple Omega-09s would spawn with a higher density or not, or if it would stick to just, like, the single one. I'm not sure how to test. I mean, I could try testing that, but maybe that's something to leave to you guys, so if you want to have stuff to do and play around with and can boast that you know what the results are, you can do that. I don't want to take every, like, fun out of the game, or out of the mod by showing it off, but leave you guys with some stuff to test out and see who can triumph as, like, having the most success and how many they can take down one episode if multiple Omegas do spawn. God, that ambience is still going to set me off. Okay, but let's see. Yeah, going from this, it does look like it basically just becomes one big, giant... Oh.
Great job.
Oh! Just that one little guy was too close for the iron sights. Well, we'll exit, and you know what, maybe we'll try something. Okay, so we're dropped into a new hunt. And I decided to kick the density all the way up to max to see how this might play out. So maybe we'll see more Omega-09s, maybe not. I'm going to kick it up to max, and I also want to see just where we might encounter another one. I do have the SMG at the ready. But it does seem like maybe they spawn more around that lab area, because that's 2 in a row we found there. That's not exactly enough evidence to be, like, conclusive with it. But it could be the start of a pattern. But yeah, again, that's one thing the mod could use a little bit of work on, is just trying to figure out where you can improve performance. Because as you can see right here as I'm walking, it's pretty choppy and... choppy, stuttery sort ofness, which can be kind of hard to play with when you do have to be active and on it for, like, stuff rushing in and coming at you. It might be because of all the grass that's put into place in order to give, like, this super lush feel. Like, that's something I would just probably say... Maybe I should even check and see if Tormer's done any work on that to try to help with it, but... yeah, that's been the big thing, is just trying to get a little bit better better performance from the game when it is in areas like this. So I am going to take a little bit of the testing on myself and see if we do have multiple Omega-09s. As long as I don't get ambushed by anything else before we find one, I should be able to get one down reliably again. This is basically just try to line up where the SMG shots are landing and just hold down fire and let everything go into them. It does make me wonder if there is, like, a Mortal Zone to try aiming for that'll take him down easier, or it could just be... it's a feat of survival against something where you have to just keep pumping shots in. Yeah, we're coming back down to where the raptors were. One problem, though, is if he does keep spawning in that lab area... I don't know... See, I wouldn't have a good chance of, like, keeping it fair, because if he picks us up while we're on the bridge... I don't think I'd have a way to, like, get off the bridge safely and fight him. Oh god, some of those ambient sounds sound like they play super freaking close to you. No, this doesn't look like a trike body. This looks like maybe a stego. Oh no, it's a parasaur. Ew. Well, they're a lot greener than I was expecting. I guess decomposition setting in. Okay, let me just get up here and get my bearings a little bit. Yeah, so we're basically right around where that raptor pack had spawned in and came after me at. I'm just going to stay up nice and high for a while. try to take a look around. We were up in the northern end of the map. It didn't really seem like there was anything there. It seems like maybe the south of the map here is just like this big mountain range. So far we don't see any of them coming in, so it might be only one can spawn in on even like the high density setting. Yeah, I don't see anything over on that side. And don't see anything over on that side either. Curious and curiouser. Okay, yeah, so from up here, I do not see anything at all, so I am kind of tempted to make my way for the bridge and see if we do come across Omega-09 there. I guess it does kind of fit thematically, given what you find at the lab there, like how it's been wrecked apart and everything. So it kind of ties the two together. So maybe that's done just to, like, keep the story experience of this map present. Whereas if you fight Omega-09 or 09 too far out from there, maybe you're not as drawn to trying to get to that spot. Kind of hard to say, but we'll just try getting to the bridge and going across to see if it is there. But yeah, I was able to survive Omega-09, but it was a pack of raptors that still got me in. That, I think, is going to be one of the hard parts to try to balance when it can come to carnivores, is you want to have pack animals present, but they have to feel like they can be manageable still. I'm wondering if maybe the way to do that is to make them so that way the pack animals are very weak, so like a single shot is able to put one down, but it's being able to have the skills to get each shot out quickly enough to take them all down. Or maybe have it so if so many members of a pack are taken down, the rest flee and break off. Although, truthfully, that's one thing carnivores has never really had to it, where the carnivores actually, like, turn unaggressive or timid. I think there have been a few times where if you shoot a carnivore from far enough away, they'll be wounded and run away. But if it's ever turned, like, provoked against you, provoked and coming after you, I think it just keeps coming in after you. Okay, let me just go slow and see. Because last time we encountered Omega-09, or the first time, he was just over there, came stomping in. And the second time we were coming in from the north, so I feel like he might still be hanging around this area. I might be mistaken, but let's just see as we come in. Oh, yeah, it does seem like he does spawn over here. And I think we'll have to wait for him to... Oh. No, he's still hanging out around up there. Peekaboo. I don't know where he is now. Oh, there you are. Yeah, he's like a spitting top or something, just going around and around like that. Yeah, I feel like it is programmed more so that he does spawn only around here. And it does seem like he's the only one present on the map, because we haven't had anybody else brought in. Okay, let's just see. Oh, okay, reloaded. Yeah, so that's the first Omega-09, and probably the only, I'd guess. So probably head back with this, just did a little bit of testing. Doesn't seem like there are multiple ones. If you have high density, just kind of stick to single one. I guess it does fit thematically with the map to only have the single specimen. But, I mean, 3 times in a row it seems like he spawned here, so I'd be very interested in hearing from you guys if you've played where you've encountered Omega-09. I don't know if it is tied exclusively to this spot or not, but I guess we'll find out in time. Now, though, I think we'll head back to the trophy room, just get a look at him, and then end this episode off. Okay, here we are in the trophy room, and I do want to actually check and see if these guys... It looks like there can be size variation between them, actually. I'm gonna try to make out. 10 point something ton, 12.19, I think. You could actually try going after Omega-09s and try to get the biggest you can get, because there are size differences every hunt on them. So maybe only one is per map, but if you want to really be a hardcore trophy hunter, you can try hunting for the biggest specimen you can find. But it is kind of interesting to have a nice boss monster. I do think because of its location and how the river is, maybe if you spawn on literally any part of the map and have to use the bridge, you kind of have an easy method of taking him down. Whereas if you do spawn on the eastern half, it's a little more fair to the poor Omega-09. But yeah, so there's ways to properly hunt him and ways to cheese him to get them more reliably. It's just kind of something you'll expect with how carnivores can be for age. But thank you guys for joining me on this episode of Jurassic Park Hunter Legends Special Edition. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to like, and if you have any comments, tips, or tricks, be sure in the comments right down below. Next episode, we are going back to Site X, and that endemic roster is a lethal one, so we'll see how we do. No challenges quite yet, but I do have a couple that are sort of in the works, so we'll get to those eventually. For now, though, thank you guys very much for watching, and until I catch you in the next episode, survivors, please remember, as always, to take care and stay alive.